On this last leg of our Mexican adventure, we finally made it to Chichen Itza, one of the 7 wonders of the world. We'll explore these ancient ruins and discover its amazing stories as well as the Mayan civilization behind it. Let the adventure begin!
So here we are, finally we made it to Chichen Itza. Now we are going to buy the ticket and start exploring this ruin. So stay tuned and go have fun with us! So here we are, lining up for the entrance. It's really full, it's really crowded, and we bought the ticket, one of the most expensive tickets ever.
This is the Pyramid of Kukulkan, or El Castillo. This is the most famous building in Chichen Itza. It is dedicated to the serpent god Kukulkan, or also called in the Aztec language as Quetzalcoatl. And the interesting thing about this is that on each side there are 91 steps, plus the one terrace on the top. It adds up to 365, which is the amount of days in 1 year. This Pyramid of Kukulkan is also known for its acoustics because there is like an acoustic chamber right underneath the stairs. So we're gonna demonstrate it right to you. And it is not just an echo because it comes back with different frequency. It's amazing, man. This Pyramid of Kukulkan is also known for its optical illusion, which happens during the spring and autumn equinox. So when the sun casts a shadow over these angular steps, it will create an illusion as if there is a descending snake god or the descending Kukulkan on from the pyramid. And what's more interesting, actually this pyramid is kinda hollow because there is another temple dedicated to the red jaguar inside. It's crazy. This is the main plaza of Chichen Itza, and this was the crossroads of the northern Mayan world. There were a lot of priests, warriors walking here alongside normal people. It lasted from 1000 until 1200 AD. And in 1220, the Mayan civilization came here and they conquered this place. And afterwards, the Spaniards came in the year of 1500 and they destroyed everything and they turned this place into a cattle ranch. Such a pity, right? Such a beautiful place, but turned into a cattle ranch. But fortunately, in the modern times, this place is finally designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it was even voted as the new 7 wonders of the world. This is the great ball court of Chichen Itza, and this is the largest ball court that has been discovered in the Mesoamerica. And this is like the Wembley, this is like Maracana, this is like the Super Bowl of the ancient Mayan world. Here, 2 teams of 2 to 6 people play against each other to put a rubber ball through the ring over there, all the way to the top. It's more difficult than football, man. From the rock carving over here, we know that each side consists of 6 players for this ball game. And over here we have this one guy whose head has been chopped off, and another guy is holding his hat actually. And depending on the archaeologists you ask, they might say that it's actually the winner or the loser that has his head chopped off. But anyway, it used to be considered as an honor to have his head chopped off for the sake of the god. The acoustic of this ball court is actually quite impressive as well, because this is a huge ball court. It's more than 100 meters across, and it's a lot of people surrounding this place when there is a game. And the voice that is set on one end of the ball court can actually travel all the way to the other. They will travel through these massive walls on each side of the ball court. This is the platform of the skulls, and as the name implies, this represents the skull of the unfortunate people. They could be the war captives, the sacrificial victims, or the winner or loser of the ball games. And each skull represents one person. And back in the days, actually it was even more terrible because they displayed the real human head over here. Look at the amount, it's insane. This is the platform of the eagle and the jaguar, and this is a small ceremonial platform located not so far from the Chichen Itza main plaza. These 2 animals are considered very important and sacred in the Mayan culture, and the eagle and the jaguar warriors, they are like the super elite forces of this Mayan empire, and this temple is dedicated to those 2 groups. This is the platform of Venus. The Mayans considered Venus as the god of war and planned their battles according to its movement. Such was the importance of Venus that they put this platform very close to the Kukulkan pyramid. We're walking through the Sacbe path. This is a very important path connecting the Kukulkan pyramid to the sacred Cenote. And back in the days, they used to do a lot of processions over here. But now, it is actually full of the souvenir vendors, and many of them will shout at you $1, $1.
We are now in the sacred cenote, which is an important cenote for the Mayan people. Well, here they believe that this cenote is the gateway to the underwater world. Also, this place is a home for the rain god, and therefore they put their offerings in the cenote. So in the early 1900s, the archaeologists found more than 4,000 offerings objects like the gold, the jade, the amber, and including human skeletons. And we also hear that the Mayan people sort of alter or even close the channels so the water becomes stagnant, and as a result, it's green like today. And by the way, you're not allowed to swim, you're not allowed to dive in here. But I mean, even if you can't, I wouldn't dare to do it, will you?
This is Temple of the Warriors, also one of the most impressive structures in Chichen Itza, and it got its name because of the warrior figures that are carved onto the massive pillars over there. And this is actually a fine example of the Mayan Toltec architecture. The Toltec people are actually from central Mexico, but they exchange ideas a lot over here. And on the top over there, on the staircase, you can see a small figure of Chak Mool, which is the go-between guys between the people here and the Chak, the rain god. This is the Observatory, or El Caracol, or Snail in Spanish. And the Mayan people used this place to observe the celestial events in the sky. And actually, their understanding of astronomy was unsurpassed until the advent of the telescope. They did all the observation from the tower over there on the top through some small windows that are located on 4 sides. So they would observe the night sky, and then this information would be used to determine the day to plant some crops, to harvest, or to attack the enemies. And if you wonder why this place is called the Snail, it's actually because inside the tower there are a spiral staircase that resembles a snail's shells. But unfortunately, tourists are not allowed to enter that anymore. This place is the Las Monjas complex, and it is believed that this place was either a residential palace, a council's house, a priest house, either one. But there are several structures over here, like this one, a massive stone platform, and on the top there are many rooms, and over there are some more buildings with intricate stone facade depicting the rain god Chak with its elephant trunk nose. Pyramid is called the Ossuary, or the tomb of the high priest. And what's interesting about this place is actually it was built on top of a deep cavern, and on the top there is a shaft that goes all the way to this cavern, and they found a lot of human bones inside the cavern over there. So probably it was used as a place of ritual, ceremony, or simply as a place of sacrificial.
So guys, if you want to visit Chichen Itza, come early, come before the lunchtime, because otherwise you will be stuck in the big crowd. I mean, really, it's like a lot of people. So that's the story of Chichen Itza. Well, this place is really beautiful. It has a lot of history, a lot of information. Although sadly, most of the documents were actually destroyed, so we cannot trace it back anymore. Anyway guys, we are going to move on to our next destination. So thank you for staying with us, and we'll see you in the next video, see you in the next journey, and of course don't forget to subscribe!